Hey, what's up? What's up, Isaiah? First of all, congratulations. Just want to get your reaction to joining the Wizards as a guy who grew up not too far away from here.
I'm more than excited to be, in the NBA, but I think it means that much more that I'm playing for the Wizards. Everything comes back full circle. Me moving twice since I left Baltimore and now being back here, 30 minutes away.
And I know you interviewed with them at the combine, and then of course had a workout. Did you get the sense when in your interactions with them that they really liked you and that this was a likelihood?
From my workout, I felt like, the Wizards had a special connection with me. And it just made me that more excited. I told my mom and I told everybody before the draft that I felt like, that's what my heart was. And it came true. So
Kareem.
Hey, Isaiah, congratulations and welcome. I wanted to ask about just the decision to go the G League route. Yeah, I'm curious how you felt that played out this last year, how it helped your development, what you thought about the decision overall.
I feel like, the Ignite team was perfect for a guy like me and the guys that chose to go this route. We all bet on ourselves. We had no idea, the first couple of weeks, what was in store. We had no idea if it was going to be a season, but we were just intrigued to learn from the basketball minds that they had there on the staff. And, we felt like, learning from the NBA's backyard directly would put us ahead of the guys that may have been going to college or whatever other route they chose to go.
And just one more from me. I'm just curious with your conversations with the Wizards. You said you felt there was a connection and all that. I'm curious, have you guys kind of talked about role or what they kind of see you, how they want to use you, what they kind of expect from you?
As a young guy just coming in, man, I want to learn as much as possible early, find my niche so I can get some time on the court, and keep doing the things that I did well last season for the Ignite team.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate you.
EA.
Isaiah, welcome back, man.
Thank you.
Hey, I was curious, how did you hook up with Rasheed and what did you do with him while you were working out with him when you were working out with him?
Are you talking about Rasheed Hazard or Rasheed Wallace?
Oh, well, Rasheed Wallace, but yeah, you can talk about Rasheed Hazard too, yeah. But let's start with Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed was staying in Durham, I believe, and I was staying in Raleigh. And I kind of just met him through the basketball world. I don't remember how we met, but talking to him and learning from him was also something that intrigued me. And we did some work in the summertime before he went and had his coaching job for his high school. And working with him was amazing, man. He taught me a lot, that I could learn from. He was, one of the greatest to ever do it.
And I'm not trying to dismiss Rasheed Hazard, but you also work with Michael Beasley too, right?
Yep. I worked with Michael Beasley, pretty much the last 2 summers, not including this summer. But playing against him every day is like iron sharpening iron, man. Like he's one of the best one-on-one players I've ever seen play ever.
Yeah. What did you learn about defense guarding somebody that good?
He really makes you keep your hands to yourself. He really knows how to use, your body against you. And when I'm playing against him, it feels like chess, not checkers. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Aaron.
Hey, Isaiah, this is Aaron Beard with the AP. I'm based in North Carolina, actually in Raleigh. I wanted to ask you just to follow up on the G League question. Obviously, the playing on the court with elite talent, guys that are developing like you is one thing to help your game, but the G League Ignite team had talked about financial literacy courses, things outside of basketball. Could you describe a little bit about what those things were you were doing off the court as part of that program?
Off the court, we had resources there for us at any time, pretty much anything that deals with having a professional basketball life. They taught us how to, from handling money all the way to saying no to family members, all the way to living on our own and, with the fuel our bodies. Because, as young guys that, just graduated high school, not only do we have to learn how to become professional basketball players, but we had to learn how to become young men.
And then to follow up, how much did you follow what Michigan was doing? And did you have times where you imagined, what it might have been like to play the college game, or were you focused so much on what you were doing you didn't think about it?
I'm still a Michigan man. I committed to the school, man. I always dreamed of going to Michigan, man, ever since I committed. And I stayed, I kept tabs with them. I rooted for them all the way through the NCAA tournament. And I'd say, if I could redo it all, I'd still go the same route. But, after those 15 games, watching the NCAA season, of course, as a competitor and as a basketball player, you wish you were still playing.
Matt.
Congrats, Isaiah. I
Yeah.
host the Believe in Wizards podcast with former Wizard Larry Hughes. And Larry said about a month ago on our show that he thought you were going to be the steal of the draft. Do you feel like people were sleeping on you during this process?
As a competitor, man, I love to say as a competitor because, everybody's destiny and everybody's process is different. And I'm not one to hate on anybody else's process. But as a competitor, I feel like, I belong, just as high as anybody else in this draft. And I'm using that as motivation going into the season and going into my career.
Good luck. Thanks.
Chase.
Yeah, Isaiah, you shot the ball well from 3 in the G League bubble. I'm just wondering, how would you kind of describe your development as a shooter and kind of where that fits into your game?
I'm real meticulous about my shot. I feel like I'm making great strides, as the years go on. And, of course, that's going to become more and more of a focus, just becoming that deadly shooter. And I think it'll help open up everything else for my game.
Yeah, you had another one? Okay. Aaron?
Isaiah, one more question about the G League development you made. How much of a value was it in playing against older guys that are in the G League or having those veteran guys on your team as opposed to maybe what you would have been playing in college where it's everybody your age and it's a very different experience?
I say it pushes you to make less mistakes. It pushes you to cut down on those mental lapses. Whereas though, you play college and high school basketball, you can have a few more mental lapses and mistakes and still, have a great game and still pull it off. Whether, you started or whether you're coming off the bench in high school. But, in this next level, you can't really make too many mistakes. You can't have too many mental lapses because the guys you're playing against are older, smarter, and stronger, and they capitalize on everything that they can.
Brooks?
Hi, Isaiah. Brooks Warren from the Sports Post. Nice to meet you, man. I was just curious just about you. You grew up in parts of Baltimore and you went everywhere else around the country, but I was just curious about the development that you got here in the city of Baltimore and the people that impacted you the most growing up here, basketball wise, as a man wise, and just the impact that the city had on you growing up.
There was a lot of guys, man. I was like the village boy, but if I had to, pinpoint 2 guys that really stand out to me in my life, I say Gerald Stokes and Eugene Ayers. They were 2 guys. Eugene was picking me up every day and taking me to practice because I didn't have a ride. I didn't have transportation to the gym, and he was coming to pick me up every day. They go see Gerald Stokes, who had everybody from Muggsy Bogues to Carmelo Anthony and Will Barton.
And just a quick follow up also, Coach Wes Unseld, he's obviously from Baltimore as well. I was just curious if you guys have had any link or any conversations just about growing up in the area and just what that means for you to be able to have a coach like that and also growing up in the area as well.
I'm sorry, can you re-say the first part?
Coach Wes Unseld is also from Baltimore, and I know there might be a link there. Just what does it mean for you to have a coach from here and then also growing up here?
I'm glad to see everybody from the city, you know, doing something great in life. Because, you know, whether we know it or not, we're the leaders of the community back home. We're the guys that the kids are looking up to, that may dream of playing basketball, that may dream of just getting out the city. And that means a lot to me. That touches home.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you, Isaiah. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a good weekend, and we'll be in touch next weekend.